Welcome to MojoPlays, where today we'll be taking a look at 10 of the best bosses to come out of video game remakes. Before we get started, we post new videos all week long, so be sure to subscribe to MojoPlays and ring that bell to be notified about our latest videos. The Leviathan, Dead Space. A mouth the size of a shuttle, several tentacles, and the worst case of undead breath. The Leviathan is the first true boss in the remake, sealing itself away and trying to fumigate the Ishimura. The fight makes you juggle tentacle weak points and time shots into its gaping maw all in 0G. The game later brings it back as a remnant outside the ship that you have to snipe down. It's a great example of how the remake refreshes set pieces without losing the original's menace. Best bring explosives and nerves of steel. Stained Glass Demon, Medieval. Sir Dan trades quips for quick shots in the Hilltop Mausoleum, where the stained glass demon awakens and turns the room into a kaleidoscope of pain. The trick is simple but nasty, as you can only hurt it when the heart is exposed, and only with ranged weapons. The remake polishes the presentation so the boss feels like a proper early skill check for the dangers ahead. Also, yes, you can beat it with just your arm, but that's between you and your trophy list. Mother Brain, Metroid Zero Mission. Samus's nemesis deserves the very best, with Zero Mission upping the difficulty tenfold compared to her first outing. The arena is now a lava pit, while Mother Brain actively shoots back, even getting brief moments of invincibility, leading to you having to time your blast, all the while dealing with a fair bit of platforming. It's an evolution that would serve as the foundation for many of Samus's epic encounters in the near future, and while it may not be the most iconic Mother Brain battle, it's still stellar. Gaius, Shadow of the Colossus. This Colossus is a walking fortress with a stone blade the size of a bus. To climb him, you first beta slam onto a shining plate to break the wrist guard, then sprint up the sword like your life depends on it while still keeping your balance. The remake's superior controls and animation make the climb feel even more perilous, while the weak points on the midsection and head reward precise stamina management. There's even a trophy for beating him without breaking the wrist ring if you want bragging rights and sweaty palms. Patience, timing, and a good grip are all essential. Akira Nishikiyama, Yakuza Kiwami. Kiwami reframes the series' most tragic romance, and the roof of Millennium Tower is where it explodes. Nishiki is all pride and fury, a mirror to Kiryu's resolve, and the fight hits much harder in the remake thanks to Titan combat, new heat actions, and the journey of reclaiming the Dragon of Dojima style. The setting is pure drama, and the duel closes a decade of fractured friendships in a way that sells both story and spectacle. It's the definitive way to experience the start of such a beloved franchise. Flame Lurker, Demon Souls. Bluepoint keeping legendary games alive yet again. Flamelurker sprints, pounces, and chain staggers like a blazing linebacker, turning a compact arena into a panic circle. The PS5 remake sharpens the animations and audio while maintaining the brutal rhythm that made this one of From Software's hardest bosses from the early days. A literal trial by fire where players learn spacing and stamina discipline the hard way. No matter your build, the fight is a perfect test of Demon's Souls fundamentals that feel even better at a crisp frame rate. Kulix, Super Mario RPG. The secret superboss makes his grand return while majorly upping the ante. The Final Fantasy-esque encounter remains one of the most unique battles in Mario's craziest long canon, where you're not so much slamming on his head as you are having to strategize against his elemental affinities. The crystals still make for a brutal puzzle of target priority, while this new version brings increased health and additional attacks to spam. It's a loving crossover that'll test your mettle far more than any other Mario boss encounter. Abstract Daddy, Silent Hill 2. One of the series' most disturbing manifestations returns, and it'll make your skin crawl. The remake reworks the encounter to such a degree that it becomes just as imposing and creepy as Pyramid Head. It's not just a damage sponge, it's a walking trauma metaphor that turns every cramped room into a living hell. The fight encourages smart ammo use and close-range punishes, while the art direction makes the fleshy bed's writhing form even more chilling. The fight will stick with you long after you put it down, reflecting Angela's own struggle. Sephiroth, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. The battle against Rebirth's Sephiroth takes the best elements the remake games have to offer and delivers a phenomenal set piece that even the most ardent of Final Fantasy purists can enjoy. The design, the difficulty, getting to see Cloud team up with both Zack and Aerith, they really went all out when it came to closing out this chapter. The one-winged angel himself is no slouch either, whether he's summoning storms in his Bizarro state or going mano-a-mano with his oversized sword. Say what you will about the narrative choices Rebirth pushed out, but the gameplay here is slick as hell. Hopefully, this means they'll absolutely cook when it comes to safer Sephiroth in the next game.
Calling you in. Don't care how big you get. I'm not backing down.
Mr. X, Resident Evil 2. Yes, X really did give it to us. Stalking Leon and Claire throughout the precinct, the unkillable tank in a fedora imbued untold dread with every heavy footstep taken. All you could do was run, hide, and hope he's not lurking around the corner. So you can imagine how cathartic it was to finally put an end to him during the game's climax. As the Super Tyrant, Umbrella's secret weapon is a whole other kind of challenge on account that the tiny arena makes it all too easy for him to slice you up before you can reload. X encompasses the very best of modern survival horror, helping the franchise scare its way back to the top. Which one of these bosses were you sort of thrilled to see again in these remakes? Be sure to let us know in the comments.